What was the inspiration? What triggered you to approach this subject?
I think for the past few years, we've been witnessing a lot of injustice towards kids overall, and we've, with social media being something that allows us to see what's happening in the world more frequently. I think these images of, the image of that kid that drowned and was found on the shores of Turkey, the image of those babies in Syria dying from chemical weapons, the stories of those kids being separated from their moms at the Mexican border, the images and the vision of those kids in Lebanon that you see everywhere around you, that are becoming part of this, setup of your life in a way because of the refugee crisis in Lebanon. And Lebanon have hosted over 1.5 million refugees, and Lebanon is a very, very tiny, invisible dot on the map. So it's almost half the population. So it's been a really big problem, and it's very problematic for Lebanese and for Syrians. And you see it; those kids are paying the highest price. Do you see it in your daily life? Those kids, whether begging or selling gum or working, you see kids just like Zayn in the film, really with gas tanks, walking around with gas tanks that is triple their weight, or holding bottles of water, also working as delivery boys, or going up the stairs and down the stairs with weights that are, and you see it physically on them. They're much smaller than their age because of that, because of malnutrition, because of the toll of life on their shoulder. And it's really them that are paying the highest price for our faults, our conflicts, our wars, our stupid decisions, our stupid governments, our systems that are failing them. So it started like this, just wanting to know. When I saw this kid in those images that filled the internet of this kid on the Turkish shore, I thought, if he was to talk, what would he tell us? What would he say? How does he look at us, the society that completely failed him? What was he thinking the moment that he fell in the water? So I just wanted to become, in a way, their tool. I wanted to become their vehicle to express themselves. So it started with a lot of research, going to the most difficult places in Lebanon, speaking to as many kids as I could. And I'm talking about kids that have been facing extreme neglect. We're talking about kids who are abused, beaten up every day, raped, kids who've been left alone, kids who are growing up on the streets and sleeping on the streets. And so I spoke to lots of them, and kids who were in prison. And I used to ask them at the end of the conversation one question, which is, are you happy to be alive? Unfortunately, 99% of the times, they would say no. I don't know why I am born. Why? This angry why all the time. Why am I here? Why am I being punished? Why am I born if nobody's gonna love me? If I'm gonna be beaten up every day, abused? I'm never going to eat when I'm hungry. I'm never going to eat hear a nice word. Nobody's gonna ever tell me something nice or kiss me or just have some kind of nice gesture towards me. Why am I punished? Why? So it really, this is how it all started. For me, it's the pieces of the puzzle that come together, and all of a sudden, it was clear in my head. This is going to be the story of a child who is going to say no, and he's going to stand in front of the world, and he's going to say, stop it, that's it. I'm suing the world. I'm suing my parents because they gave me life. And he's actually suing the whole world. He's not only suing his parents, because obviously most of the times his parents are as much of a victim as he is of this system that is failing everyone. Some kids used to tell me, you don't deserve us. You adults, you don't deserve us. And they don't have, most of them, just like Zayn in the film, Zayn, in real life, when we met him, he didn't know what was his real age. You ask him, so how old are you? I don't know, maybe 11, 12, something like that. So you've never really celebrated your birthday? You never had, blown a candle? Never. Nobody's ever told you, happy birthday, you're important to me, your life is important to me, I'm celebrated, you're coming into this world? No, never. They don't have a sense of their sacred nature. A baby is sacred. A child is a sacred human being. They don't have a sense. They just they tell you, I am an insect, I'm a parasite, I'm nothing. A dog is treated better than I am. They are treated like a chair, like, they are born and they we expect life to just take care of them. And we are part of the problem. By being silent, by accepting this, we are part of the problem. This is criminal. In French you say non assistante à personne en danger, meaning not assisting somebody who's in danger is like you are also taking part of the criminal act. We are doing that every day. Those kids are in continuous danger every day, and we're not doing anything about it because we think that they're not our children. Let their parents take care of them. We can't.